But I was going into Toshi Station, Toshi Station, Toshi Station, Toshi Station. But I was going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converter. Power converter. Going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converter. Toshi Station, Toshi Station, Toshi Station, power converter.
Hello, and welcome to the first of Toshi Station Radio's instructional videos. I'm Matt Newt, and today we're going to be going over how to paint ships for use in Tabletop Simulator. As most of us know, in 2020 we haven't had a lot of chance to play X-Wing in person, so Tabletop Simulator has kind of been our way that we've been getting our X-Wing fix. Oftentimes you'll see people with their ships in new colors, with logos and art on them, and it's really not that hard to do. We're going to show you how to do it. All you need is, of course, Tabletop Simulator. You're going to need an image editing program. I'm going to be using Photoshop, but you can also use free options such as GIMP or, in a pinch, Microsoft Paint. And you'll need to be familiar with image hosting services like Imager.com. What you're going to do here first is you go into Tabletop Simulator and look at your model. We're going to use the Jedi Knight Delta 7 Ether sprite here. It's a pretty simple model to work with. You want to right-click the model, and then from this menu, you're going to go to Custom. This gives the information about the model in-game. We're going to want what's in this diffuse image field here. So go ahead and select that and copy it. And then go into a browser, paste that on in, get rid of this verify cache bit at the beginning if it's there. Some of the URLs will have that, some won't. And this is actually the image that is the texture that Tabletop Simulator looks to, that wraps around the model and gives it all its colors and detail. You're going to want to right-click this and go to Copy Image, and then go to your image editing program. Again, I'm using Photoshop here. Create a new image, paste that right in there, and this is what we're going to be working with here. Today we're just going to do kind of a simple color swap, not too hard to do. So what I'm going to do here is change that red of the Delta to something else. I'm going to go up to Select. Again, this might be different depending on what program you're using. Go into Select Color Range. We're going to select that red. And then you can adjust the fuzziness here. That tells you how much of the image is actually going to be selected. So we want to get it close to the white being as much of what we want to edit. Click OK. And you look at where those little marching ants are. That shows everything that's selected. You see that we've got some down here, and I don't want that to be part of what I edit. So I'm going to go ahead and hold down Alt and drag to remove that from the selection. So here's what we're going to be, here's kind of what we're going to be working with here. I'm going to go ahead and create a new layer. And then fill that layer with 50% gray. That kind of gives me a canvas to work with here. Deselect, and you can see all that kind of gray there is where I'm going to be painting over. To do an example, we're going to make this pretty simple, and we're just going to slap a gradient over it. So go ahead and select that area that you're going to be working with. I'm going to go to the gradient tool here. Looks like we've got a blue and gold selected. That's a pretty interesting color concept, but you know what? Let's make it a little bit wilder. Let's go ahead and try this yellow, purple, orange monstrosity, and I'll show you kind of how this all works. Go ahead and apply that gradient, and then deselect, and you can see what we've done here. This is our image that we've edited for the texture. So we're going to go ahead and save this. I like to save as a PNG file. It's good image resolution for what's used here. And then you just title it something. And that's saved to your local computer. But to be able to let other people see this, you're going to want to host that image somewhere. So again, go back to your browser, go to an image hosting service such as Imager.com, and upload that image. Like so. You see a small ad here because nothing can be free on the internet anymore. But now you see upload complete. This is now hosted online. So what we want to do here is, again, go and right-click this image, but this time we want to copy image address. That copies the URL where this image is hosted. Go back into Tabletop Simulator, and you see that diffuse image field? Go ahead and replace that with the URL that you just copied. When you click Import, now that paint job is applied to your Delta 7. That looks kind of trippy, almost like a kind of an airbrush effect. So that's neat. So hopefully this gives you an idea of how this is done, the basics of it. You want to go into custom, grab that URL, grab that image, put it in your image editing program, make whatever changes and edits you need to it, save it, rehost it, and then use that URL as the new image. Now, say you want to use this ship in later games, go ahead and right-click on it, save object, and you can save it and then pull it up whenever you need it again. That's the basics of it. Hopefully you'll be able to have some fun painting your ships, customizing them, giving them your own flair on the table here. So if you found this useful, be sure to like this video, subscribe for more content, and we look forward to bringing more to you in the upcoming year. For Tosche Station Radio, I'm Matt Newt. Take care, everybody.